Hey YouTube, Crystal here, and today I'm doing a DIY on how to do these wooden block letters using scrapbook paper and the wooden blocks. Here are the supplies needed for the DIY wooden initial. You will need some sort of glue. I chose this Aleene's tacky glue, which is around $2 for this, I think, or more, I'm not sure. And then a pencil, some sort of brush. Well, you don't need the brush, but I used it to paint on the paint to make it more, the paint on the glue to make it more flat. I think these were 99 cents at Walmart. A pair of scissors. And you will need some scrapbook, some sort of scrapbook paper. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. It's 59 cents at Hobby Lobby per sheet. I find that it's better to buy the single sheet that you need, because sometimes the books, like you can buy a whole book of scrapbooking paper, but most of the time it's not necessarily, you're not necessarily going to use every sheet in here, because, you know, if you're just looking for one thing, you're not going to want to buy a whole book. And these were 59 cents, but I was lucky enough to walk into there and find these for 50% off. So, good deal. Alright. Okay, you're going to start out with your wooden letter, your scissors for a little bit later, and a pencil, and your pencil, and of course your scrapbook paper face down. You want to put the scrapbook paper face down, and we're going to trace around this letter. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be back. Okay, here we go. Once you have traced your wooden letter onto this sheet, you're going to take your scissors and cut it out as perfectly as you can, because you don't want it to be the size to be too short and not cover the whole letter. So you definitely want to cut it as precise as possible, and don't worry about if you go over some, because you can always go back in and trim around. Okay, now I'm going to cut this out and I'll be back. Okay, I made a bit of a boo-boo. I would definitely say draw it on this side. Trace it on this side, because I made it to where my C looked like a G. I do not need a G, I need a C. Okay, just a note to put in there. I did have to use a different paper because made a mistake. Okay. Well, if you come into, of course you're going to come into, if you trace it on the front piece that you're actually going to use the front, you can just take an eraser and go in there and erase all the pencil lines. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but I thought I'd just do it on the side to where I wouldn't mess it up again. This is the easiest way to do it for me. Okay. Alright, now we're gonna do our glue. I just like do it like this. I just like do a line or two. Kinda. Now I'm gonna take my paintbrush and spread the glue out. Don't want a pencil. Okay. Alright, I'm going to spread the glue and come back, because spreading glue is pretty boring. Nobody wants to see that. Now the glue spread out, we're going to take our letter and place it. Well, okay, we're going to take our letter, and I'll be back because I only have one hand right now. Okay, we're going to take our letter and fit it on top of our wooden letter. Well, our cutout letter. And place it on there. Make sure it lines up good. And we're just going to kind of press it down. Make sure we don't have any errors or more like bubbles or anything popping up. Okay. And like after it dries, I'm gonna flip it over to you. So after it dries, I would definitely do this after it dries. Like, you see how you got all this white extra around the letter? You can leave that because you wouldn't be able to see it. Or you can take your scissors and go around and trim it. Alright. Here's our completed letter. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Remember to like and subscribe. Bye.